Hey, what's going on YouTube? What's happening, guys? Good morning, everybody. Today, just wanted to cover a story. GoDaddy has launched an all-new payment processing service as they aim to compete with Shopify. This is a trend that we've seen with a lot of companies kind of involved in the e-commerce space. Not too long ago, within the past couple weeks or past couple months, MailChimp, the email service provider, actually rolled out their own e-commerce platform. GoDaddy has always had kind of a sort of crappy website builder / shopping cart system. But a while back, they bought Point, which has a merchant processing company and an invoicing service. And so it looks like GoDaddy is going to try to compete with Shopify. I don't know that anyone will actually be able to give Shopify a run for their money. Over the past year or two, Shopify has created a ton of integrations with Facebook, Amazon, Etsy, different payment processors, SMS marketing services, push notification services. So one of the big things that Shopify has going for it beyond just name recognition is all the integrations with other selling platforms and, marketing services, Stripe, etc. But, GoDaddy and MailChimp are trying to give Shopify a run for their money. Let's cover this story really quickly. GoDaddy launches a payment processing service as it aims to compete with Shopify. This service lets customers manage orders, payments, and refunds alongside other aspects of their online business from one dashboard. Kind of another similar news, I saw another story the other day that Wix, years ago, Wix was kind of popular. It was never a great platform, and they did get kind of a bad reputation as at one point their sites weren't being indexed by Google, and they kind of got a horrible reputation that never went away, that their sites were bad for SEO. They've since fixed that problem, but it seems like Wix has kind of fallen out of popularity over the years. I will say for somebody who's brand new to rolling out a website, Wix makes things pretty easy. Everything is like very drag and drop. That does tend to slow down your site, which hurts site speed, which in turn hurts SEO. But it looks like Wix is trying to make a move to maybe compete with the Shopify and Squarespaces out there. They recently bought a dropshipping company, and I think one of the things that really led to the popularity of Shopify is they did a really good job of marketing to dropshippers. Dropshippers tend to be young, tend to not have a lot of money to start a business, but, Shopify kind of sells this idea that you can make money without having money, you can make money without investing anything, and that kind of brings a ton of people in, and I feel like that kind of got Shopify a lot of affiliates, that got people, influencers making videos about Shopify, and Shopify just got such a huge head start on their competition. But it does seem like Wix, GoDaddy, MailChimp, again, are all trying to give Shopify a run for their money. GoDaddy on Tuesday announced the launch of GoDaddy Payments, a new service that enables the company to process payments for its more than 20 million customers and puts it in more direct competition with Shopify. GoDaddy, which provides web hosting and domain registrar services, said that the service was built using the technology and teams it acquired from Point in December. GoDaddy bought Point for $320 million to expand its e-commerce and payment capabilities, and at the time said the deal would accelerate its strategy to provide a complete suite of e-commerce and payment services for its customers that could rival Shopify, which has emerged as a leader in the e-commerce tech category. With Point, GoDaddy gained a suite of products tailored to small businesses, including POS, payment processing, and invoicing. By combining with Point its existing websites, marketing, WordPress e-commerce services, GoDaddy is now positioned to offer customers a unified e-commerce platform bringing both online and offline shopping. GoDaddy is hyper-focused on empowering its customers to sell everywhere with a single solution in a seamlessly intuitive experience, said GoDaddy President of e-commerce Osama Badir. GoDaddy Payments represents a major step towards centralizing every tool and service a business needs to successfully sell online. Customer feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, and we look forward to accelerating our efforts. Now, why this is a good thing, or why this is good for people who aren't super tech savvy or new to e-commerce, or maybe a long time brick and mortar service who's looking to bring their business online. If you set up a WordPress site, you got to go get your own hosting, then you got to go get a domain registrar, then you got to go get somebody to process your payments. There's all these different services and companies that you're signing up with, whereas Shopify, you can do pretty much everything through Shopify, right? Like you turn on your payments with one click through Stripe. Any marketing services you want, very easy to hook up. So GoDaddy's trying to create kind of like one little ecosystem where e-commerce merchants can get everything from them. GoDaddy Payments integrates with websites and marketing and GoDaddy Power Management. Okay, so I think we already covered that. Over the course of the pandemic, GoDaddy saw record new record net new customers and acceleration across its 3 core product categories: domains, hosting, and presence in business applications. GoDaddy said in its Q1 financial report last month that bookings passed the 1 billion mark for the first time. In November, GoDaddy said it added over 1 million customers so far in 2020, net of churn, which was its highest 9-month rate of additions in history. So it looks like that's the end of the article. Are any of you guys using GoDaddy to build your Shopify store or using their e-commerce services? If so, let me know. It's probably been since about 2016 or so that I used them. It wasn't a great solution, but it was, I believe it was the first e-commerce website I ever made. Technically, the first e-commerce website I ever made was a .blogspot blogger site with PayPal buttons down the side, and where I turned one blog post into essentially the FAQ section about the website. Once we kind of grew a bit, we wound up going to a GoDaddy self-built site with their shopping cart integration before moving on and having a custom WordPress site built, and then eventually moving on to Shopify. But if any of you guys are using GoDaddy or have, let us know what your experience has been. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.